eat tuna on the plane, you're rude. Don't do it. Nobody wants to smell your tuna. Got it? Hey friends, welcome to Moxie Life. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Martha and I am a flight attendant for a regional airline, and I have been working as a flight attendant for about, well, this is my third month flying. I trained in March and I'm based in Detroit at this time and working hard means putting in for a transfer every month to try to get closer to the West Coast, which is where I'm from, and where my family is, and I miss them a lot. But I thought I would just share to start out with why I started this YouTube channel, and I actually started it a long time ago to kind of put out some CrossFit videos when I was doing CrossFit quite regularly and coaching. And I did a few videos for a school that I worked for as well. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to start chronicling my change into becoming a flight attendant and that whole process and how that looks, and then just to talk about the lifestyle and how crazy it is and how different it is from just life at home. So yeah, so that's really the main reason I started it was, and I really enjoy editing videos. It's very time consuming, which actually is kind of good sometimes when I'm stuck in Detroit or I'm stuck in a hotel room. Gives me something to do when I feel like carrying my computer around with me, or just, so I can video the places I've been and share them with family and friends. So hopefully you enjoy it, and this video today is going to be talking about my lunch bag and what I carry with me on a trip to eat and how that all works. Alright, so here we go. Enjoy! I'm not gonna lie, this weekend has been a little tough. I made a really stupid decision. I don't know what I was thinking, but I had 4 days off, and somewhere in my head I got it stuck that I wasn't gonna be able to go home for some reason, or that Jared wasn't gonna be home, my husband wasn't gonna be there. And so I was like, I might as well just stay, maybe I'll just work. So another flight attendant asked me about covering one of her days, and so she had asked me, she wanted the whole weekend covered, and I was like, no, I don't want to do a whole weekend, but I could take a day. So I thought, oh well, I'll have Friday off. I worked a 4-day trip until Thursday, and then I was like, oh, I'll have Friday off, and then I'll work for her on Saturday, and then I'll have 2 days off. And then after I agreed to take the day, I realized, why did I do that? I could have gone home Thursday night and had 3 days at home and then come back, and I start a new trip tomorrow. But yeah, I was an idiot. So I took her trip on Saturday, and then I was trying to think of something I could go do, something fun, like I was gonna go take a little trip by myself. And I just started pricing it out, and it was kind of expensive, and I didn't really want to spend the money because we are going on that trip next month. And I decided to take another day. So I looked, and she had actually posted Sunday as well, and so I picked Sunday up. So yeah, I was really kicking myself for not going home, and now I don't get to go home until the 27th. Today's the 16th. So I have another 10 days before I get to go home and see my hubby and my kiddos and all my friends. And so I was really missing home this weekend and just missing being around people, and and plus yesterday was a really rough trip. It was supposed to be super easy, 4 legs, and I started at 11. I was supposed to be done by 7. I actually started at 12. I was supposed to be done by 7, and we had this crazy thing happen that, like, we got out, we taxied out, and we're on the runway ready to go, and I was all locked in my jump seat, and I get a call from the captain that there's some kind of weird, like, backup delay, like a bunch of planes were waiting to take off, and we wherever we were on the list, we were going to have to sit out there on the tarmac for an hour and 20 minutes. And let me just tell you, these smaller planes, the small ones, which are 50 passengers, have a really hard time keeping cool when it's hot. And it was a flippin' hot day yesterday, and we were melting in that plane. And so after about 20 minutes, I did a water service, and people were getting a little antsy. Everybody was dripping sweat. But it's like this weird dilemma, you know, everybody's on the plane and they want to go, so they don't know what to do. They don't know whether to say, like, screw this, take us back, or let's just wait and, you know, melt it out. And so we made the decision that it was just too hot to sit in there for another hour. So we taxied back in and deplaned everybody, and they were saying it was going to be another probably 2 hours before we were going to be able to get back out. But our captain was flippin' amazing, and he made call after call, and he got us out of there after about 30 minutes. So we ended up with it was about a 2-hour delay rather than a 3-hour delay, so that's good. But you know, it's hard. Like, you get there and the other people have been waiting for you to get there to come back, and they're catching flights out, and now they're probably missing flights. So it's just this weird, like, kind of like slope, you know, snowball effect of things that went wrong. And so, and I just feel bad, you know, like we try to really, you know, be accommodating and, you know, understanding, and some people just get really grumpy, and in the end everybody gets where they're going. So sometimes I wish people would be more understanding, and, like, we have no control over whatever was going on. You know, they were not really giving us a clear answer. Anyway, so it turned out being a longer day than I had planned, and so I was tired and I wanted to go home. And so by the time I got here, I was just exhausted. So today, being my only day off, I slept until probably like close to 11, and I've just been kind of pooping around all day. I did do grocery shopping, and I wanted to show you guys some things that I put in my bag, or that I'm going to put in my bag for my 4-day trip. But yeah, so that was my weekend. I was a little sad and lonely, I'm not gonna lie. It's the first time that I've been here that I've really felt that, and really felt like I'm missing out, you know. Even though there was nothing huge going on at home, I think because I had screwed up and I really could have gone home. I wasn't thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was just kind of kicking myself and wishing that I had made the decision to go home. But anyway, that's in the past, so no dwelling on that anymore. And so I'm back to work tomorrow on a 4-day trip. And so what I wanted to do today, because someone on Facebook had asked me about food, what we do on trips for food. So I'm going on a 4-day trip, so I leave tomorrow. I have to be at the airport by 7:55. Sorry if that's shaking. And I won't be back till Friday, kind of mid-afternoon. So I'm packing for essentially 3 dinners, but the way I have decided that what I need to do for my food bag is to pack enough snacks so that I don't become starving, and then to have maybe 1 or 2 like actual dinner-ish type of things, in case we get to the hotel late, or, you know, however that works out. So now, I would not say that what I've been packing is the picture of perfect health, but I get as close as I can to being healthy. So it's like this kind of like trying to find balance of being healthy, being easy, and what's the third thing I was thinking of? I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking of, but anyway, so those 2 things, if I think the other one, I'll throw it out there. So that's what I've been thinking of for as I've kind of progressed and learned about what a trip is going to be like, because I've packed like full dinners and then I don't eat them, and then I've packed almost nothing and end up eating what did I eat one night? I ate something crazy for dinner. It was, oh, I think I ended up with like a pretzel and cheese like little pack thing that I had, and that was literally all I had had. So yeah, so sometimes you end up with nothing. So what I'm trying to do is find enough things to fill in the gaps in case, and then if we do have time, you know, I'm not really that interested in, I mean, I do like to save money, but I also want to eat. I want to not be starving. So if, you know, if the crew's gonna go get dinner or something, most times I'll just go with them. But sometimes we get in late and there's just nothing open or nothing close by. And so you just are kind of relegated to whatever you brought. So I'm going to show you what I am bringing, what I'm packing for my trip this week, because I'm going to do it a little bit different, and I'm hoping it goes a little better for me. The hardest part for me, well, actually, you know what's funny? The hardest part for me was breakfast, because I really love breakfast, but sometimes we have to leave the hotel at like 5, anywhere between 5 and 5:30. And a lot of times, like, hotels' breakfast is not set up by then, and they'll like, throw you a little bag with like a granola bar and an apple in it and call it a day. And so I was kind of struggling with that, and now I've gotten to the point where usually I can grab a cup of coffee, and then about 2 legs into my day, we'll usually have a break, maybe like an hour or so, and so I can grab something either in the airport or pull out one of my snacks to eat for breakfast. And I've been packing, occasionally been packing like a little single oatmeal, which comes in handy. Okay, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to pack tomorrow, and yeah, and oh, and the question was actually that my friend Rhonda asked me was, does the company pay for your food? Absolutely not. They don't pay for my food, but I do get per diem. It's not a lot of per diem, but it adds up after a while. Definitely doesn't really cover eating out. It's like $1.80 something an hour anytime you're not in the air, so, and you're away from your base. So so you know, it adds up, but doesn't really cover, I wouldn't say. I mean, things are expensive. I mean, I guess if I ate like $4 Happy Meals or something, that would cover it. Okay, so I'm going to show you what's going to be in my bag for my next 4-day trip. Okay, so hopefully this is a good angle. This is my lunch bag right here. It's from eBags, and it's got lots of cool pockets. My favorite pocket, I call this the Martha pocket, because this is where I keep all my super important stuff. Except for I got a new little bag that I've been using that has some of my super important stuff. But anyway, so this has like my lip stuff, cough drops, a pen, headphones, some mints, a tissue, and stuff like that. And usually in this little zipper pocket I keep my passport and my wallet and stuff like that. So usually I only have 2 bags. I usually have this bag and, I'm still recording? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, it looked like it stopped recording. So usually I have this bag and my rollerboard bag. So yeah, that's that pocket. And then this pocket is my silverware pocket, and if I bring any protein, I usually throw that in here. And kind of a miscellaneous pocket. Earplugs, a must at all times. So that's that pocket. And then these little side pockets are usually just like glasses cleaner, you know, just little things that I need every now and then. Nothing super important. Over here I think I have gum and what's in here? An empty bag. Oh, and some papaya tablets in case my tummy's upset. All right, so the main compartment is right here. So, excuse me. All right, so this is what I do for cooling. This is like an old-fashioned like hot water bottle, and I usually fill this puppy up with ice and throw it in there. I wouldn't say it's like the best at keeping things cold, but it keeps it cold enough. And then whenever it melts, I get ice off the plane or ice at the hotel and cool it down again. I did have some ice packs, but they were really heavy, and I left them in one of the hotel refrigerators anyway. So I'm back to using this, which is, it's fine, it's light, it works, whatever. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna pack tomorrow. So I found these little Baby Bell cheese and crackers. So I'm gonna put a couple of these, and I got 2 different kinds of cheese, like the original, and then I got the white cheddar. And they were 2 for $5. So I probably normally would have only bought one, because I like to only buy exactly what I need. Otherwise, it just kind of sits in the fridge because I like go home and then I don't eat it. So, but they were 2 for $5 and they're not going to go bad. So I'm going to put probably 2 of those in. I bought, let's see what else do I bought cheese sticks, because those are always great to have. I mean, you can see a trend here. Cheese is, for me, like if I'm starving, I can have a little bit of cheese and that will like mellow out my blood sugar. And because sometimes I'll get so hungry, I'm like pouring people's sodas and I'm like shaking. Yeah, it's really, I think people get concerned about me sometimes. They're like watching me and I'm like, oh, it's okay, I'm not. So anyway, so a little bit of cheese goes a long way. So I'll probably put a couple of those in. Because let's see, what else did I get? Oh, I got this spicy Thai chili. You see that? It's really bright light. Over here? There we go. Spicy Thai chili tuna with crackers. Tuna's a little iffy, only because it stinks up the plane. So try to use this when eat this when there's a little more time, you know, so it can air out a little bit. Because nobody wants to smell tuna on the plane. So if you take tuna on the plane, you're rude. Don't do it. Nobody wants to smell your tuna. Got it? Alright, now this is something new that I haven't tried, and I'm not super like confident about it, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to make a couple of just peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I just got peanut butter, jelly, and bread. So I'm going to make a couple of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because I thought that would be kind of like a good, like, stick to your ribs. I could eat a half a sandwich and be good. Or if we get to the hotel late and there's nowhere to go, or, you know, or if I just want a late night snack and peanut butter and jelly. So just a thought. I'm not a super, like, huge peanut butter and jelly fan, but it was just something I thought would be easy, like, and good, kind of tasty. You know, when you're starving, peanut butter and jelly actually tastes pretty good. So that's that. Here's a little one of my instant oatmeals, which are nice to have just in case in the mornings. And I can eat these on the plane too, because we have hot water, and I just throw the hot water in there and let it sit. And then I've got a little stick to your ribs breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then these. I totally forgot about these. I have these at home all the time, like, and I like these like before I work out. They are the like squeezy applesauce things that like kids have. These ones are the Go-Go Squeeze fruit and veggies, and this is Mighty Mango, and it has apple, mango, and butternut squash. Fabulous. So these are super easy, travelable, you know, and they're good even if they're not super cold. Like, I usually like my applesauce pretty cold, but that's fine. You know, I'm starting to learn how to get along without things that I thought I needed, you know, like breakfast. And I don't know, it's interesting how your lifestyle can change. Crazy. Okay, so here's the next thing that I'm very excited about, and I read about it on a blog. So anyway, I'm gonna put all that crap in there. That's my lunchbox. So, but I want to show you. So I bought, I thought there was one in there. Hold on. So I bought these popcorn bags, and they're great, but here's the thing. They take up so much space. They're really puffy, and, you know, it's kind of annoying because I don't have a lot of space in my lunch bag. And so I read on this blog, I was very excited, I read on this blog about a guy who takes brown bags puts a little bit of popcorn in the bottom of them, and then rolls them up, flattens them up, and puts them in his bag to travel with. I don't think he's a flight attendant, but and then you can just throw it in the microwave. Did you know that you can just microwave your regular popcorn in a brown bag? Did you know that? I learned this like quite a long time ago, and so I am totally gonna do that because so there's sometimes when I'm in my hotel room and I just want a little snack, and but I don't want to go, spend $4 down at the lobby for some stupid little, I don't know, whatever they have down there, or $8. Like sometimes the snacks are ridiculously expensive. So, and then I bought these two little salt majigs. One is kettle corn seasoning, and then this one is just like cheese flavored sprinkles. So it's like a salt with cheese in it, and not super unhealthy, but so I can have my little popcorn snacks. And then I did get some chicken. It's already cooked, teriyaki glazed chicken breast, and then I got a couple of these ready serve rices. So I'll probably put this in, and yeah, at least have one like normal kind of traditional dinner possibility if I need it. And then the rest is all kind of like easy, pack and go. And it's small enough that it fits. And then I also got some emergency. Why is this bad and this is good? I don't know. I'm a professional videographer. How do I know? And then I got these two things that are totally unrelated, but they're cute, so I'm going to show you. I got this mug because I don't have my own mug here. I've just been using my roommate's mug, and one of my roommates actually moved out, and she had a couple of mugs that she took with her. So this one says, "Be a little wild," and it's very large because I like a large cup of Java in the morning. And then I got some orange vanilla lotion. So anyway, I think that's it. That's my story for the day. I gotta pack and get ready for my trip. I mean, pack, basically I have to put my crap back in my bag. And then I'm gonna go on a 4-day trip, and that's the end of my story. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to. And like this video, and I don't know, share it if you want to. Might be kind of cool. You could tell someone else my story. They might be bored and want to watch something. Could be. Who knows? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Okay, I'm trying not to make this a long video, but I made a whole video about, shaking. I made a whole video about this, and it's on my SD card in Africa with Emma. I'm not on reserve next month. And yeah, so I bid for days off. I didn't really bid for anything specific because I'm really low on the list, but I did get to bid, and hopefully next month I won't have any reserve days. I only had 4. I got what's called a composite line this month, so I had 3 trips and 4 reserve days this month, July, and so I'm hoping next month I have no reserve days. So wish me luck, and that's it. See you next time. Peace.